Hey friends, welcome to this week's edition of Patio Ponderings. I'm so glad you decided to join me. I am just outside today enjoying the sunshine, and I'm doing a little imagination play. I'm pretending I'm a sheep, and I'm going through the gate into the sheep pen. Now I'm in the sheep pen, and I'm coming back out through the gate, out to the pastures. Well, thanks for joining me for my sheepy little fun. But it's all tied into what I've been thinking about this week and the story that we had on Sunday. And this is the story in which Jesus says, I am the gate. Get it? And I am the good shepherd. And in that story, we heard about all the ways that Jesus provides for the sheep. Jesus brings them out of the gate and out of the pen into the pasture so they can get all the food they need. Jesus leads them back into the pen in order to keep them safe. Jesus, as the good shepherd, even lays down his life for the sheep. And all that is to say is that we are indeed Jesus' sheep, and Jesus provides for us and lays down his life for us. But there's one verse that has jumped out at me that I've been thinking about this week, and it's this one. And Jesus says, I have other sheep that don't belong to this sheep pen, and I must lead them too. They will listen to my voice, and there will be one flock and one shepherd. And so the question that naturally comes up, I think, is, well, who are these other sheep? Now, Bible scholars have been discussing this for quite some time, and there's a couple predominant ideas around that, and one is that the other sheep are the Gentiles, the non-Jewish people, and I think that's a pretty fair theory. Others put forth that it's just anybody who's a non-believer, and that could work too. And we always want to know who the other is, right? We want to know who the outsider is. We're really good about putting pens up around ourselves and having a gate, and who decides who gets to come in and who is left on the outside. But I think when we think about what Jesus is talking about here, we go back to that verse we know so well from John, verse 16. That God so loved the world, he sent his only son. Jesus loves the world. So in a sense, I think it doesn't matter who the other sheep are, because Jesus loves them all anyway. Jesus is about radical inclusivity, and Jesus is ultimately about unity and bringing everybody together. But we still like to decide who's in and who's out. We are really good, particularly in our current day and age in our culture, in dividing us and labeling us. And we still have Christian denominations who insist that they are the one true or right church and that they have the ultimate understanding of Jesus. But I don't think there is any one denomination or any one sect that can contain Jesus. There's no one political party or one nation or one race or one socioeconomic status of any kind that can contain Jesus and hold Jesus within its confines and within its label. There's no way that we can divide ourselves up into all these pens and think that somehow Jesus is only in this particular pen. And I think that we remember the converse is true too, that there's no one that's not included in Jesus' love, in Jesus' pen. Jesus' pen is worldwide. Jesus' pen is incredibly expansive and inclusive, and part of Jesus' vision of the kingdom is that we will all be united as one with him. So what do you think? when you think of other sheep and other people and how they might relate to being within Jesus' love or Jesus' purview. What do you think? What did you grow up learning? I think we've grown up learning all kinds of different things about that. So, as always, I'd love to hear what you have to say. Enjoy this beautiful day. Enjoy the sunshine. We have one more gorgeous day coming tomorrow, and then we're back into winter. But that's okay. Spring is coming. New life is almost here. Have a great day. We'll see you Sunday. Bye.